Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now we are going to present about data structure and algorithm for our project about bubble sort and sequential search. Here the slides I present to you our group members. We start from Damia Humaira binti Rosman, and then Nurul Nadia binti Nur Razri. The third person is Siti Sarah binti Abu Bakar. Fourth person Nur Ariza Azira Izzati binti Sulaiman. The fourth person is Farah Natasha binti Johari, and the last one Najat Tuwaibah binti Muhammad Kudri. Now it's about bubble sort. What is bubble sort? Bubble sort is one of the fundamental form of sorting in programming. Bubble sort algorithm move through a sequence of data, typically integers, and rearrange them into ascending or descending order one number at a time. Means that in bubble sort, you can choose either you want your program to be ascending or descending, depends on what you need. Okay, how to do this? How to do this bubble sort? To do this, number need to be swapped until we got the arrangement descending or ascending order. Now I'm going to show you how we do the bubble sort manually. Now we use our input data. Now we use our input data 56, 63, 66, 48, and 59. So first we need to know that we need to arrange this number into descending order, means that from the greater number to smaller number. Okay, next we're going to swap this number 63 and 56 because 63 is greater than 56. So we swap the number and then the rest we are going to write it down. Next, after we done swap the number, we look at 56 and 66. 66 is greater and 56 is smaller number. So we swap the number and then the rest we jot it down. Next, we swap between 56 and 48, but 56 is greater than 48, so we do not need to do the swap. So we just write all of it into here because we did not change any number in the sequence. So next, we look at 48 and 59. 48 is lesser, 49 is greater, so we need to swap the number. So we have this 59 and 48 already being swapped. Okay, we have done the first part, but we are not done yet because 66 and 59 are not in descending order yet. So in the second part, we are going to swap 63 and 66. So the rest we are going to write it down. Next, we swap 63 and 56, but look closely, do not need to swap because 63 is greater and 56 is smaller. So just write it down the rest number. And next is 56 and 59. 59 is greater, so we swap it. 56 is smaller, and then we swap it. And now we have the correct order of descending order: 66, 63, 59, and the rest. Now we got the order of descending order of our output: 66, 63, 59, 56, and 48. So we have done our bubble sort. So we use bubble sorting
and there is header file which is boolean.hash, and we have header guide which is hashtag ifndef boolean underscore hash and hashtag define boolean underscore hash. So we also use constant integer size equal 5, which we initialize the size of array which is 5, and then we use template and also class t. We also use class boolean. So for variable we use public variables uh, which is t array size and void bubble sort t integer hashtag and if. Then we use template again, class t and void boolean t bubble sort t list integer last. Then we use integer current worker temporary which is a variables, and we use boolean sorted, and for looping we use for loop which is for current 1 sorted false, current lesser than and not sorted current increment. So we use again for loop which is worker equal last, sorted equal true, worker is bigger than current, worker decrement, and we also use if list worker is bigger than list worker decrement, sorted equal false, temporary equal list worker equal list worker decrement, list worker decrement equal temporary. So the next part, which is the utama CPP, we use hashtag include iostream and hashtag include boolean.hash, which is the header file. Then we use using namespace std and then void main. Next, boolean integer sort. Then we use cout short distance practice during running competition 2022, which is the main title. And then the next cout is actually a space, and the next cout is time taken runner to reach finishing line in second, and then end line. This Then we use for loop, integer I equal 1 and I lesser than 6, which is we will have 5 lane because 6 is not included, and we have I increment. So the next cout we use runner in lane and in array index. Then the cin we will use sort.array, and the next cout is endline. Then we use sort.bubble sort dot array 6 minus 1. Then the next cout is time taken from the slowest to the fastest runner, because we want it to be sorted from the least to the highest. Then we use for loop again, integer j equal 1, j lesser than 6, which is also have the 5 lanes because 6 is not included, then j increment. Then the last cout is time taken, and the sort array, which is the result, the sorting, and the second, which is the additional cout at the back, and then end line, and that's all. So this is the output. Like I said just now, the cout short distance practice during running competition 2022, and this is the second cout, like what I said just now, and this is where the user input which is like 23, 54, 33, 45, and 22, and the lower part is where the input was sorted from highest to lowest, like from 54 to 22 seconds. Okay, that's all.
Okay, let's talk about how we do the sequential search. Okay, what is sequential search? A sequential search is a linear search or a method for finding an element within a list. It sequentially checks each element of the list until a match is found or the whole list has been searched.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and my name is Nurul Nadia binti Nur Azri, and I will be representing my group mate for our project at here. And what our program here do is that we will input the time per second according to the runner respective lane, and then when we want to search up how long the runner ran, we just input or search his or her number lane. So at here, what we do is we declare our variable int array I equals to 0 and position, and then iteration loop for runner lane. So at here we input input our data, which is time per second for each runner, and then we use back our I variable and we set it back to 0 to be reused below. After that, we enter which lane number would be displayed at the timestamp. So for example, if I want to search for lane 2, how long he ran, so I just enter 2, and then we use iteration loop to search the index of array until match with position variable above. If the keyword matches the number you input in, and it will display the lane number and the timestamp. After that, the program will end and return to 0 back. So right now I will demo how the program actually works. So the program asks time for each runner per second for lane 0. For example, she ran for about 45 seconds. And then for lane 1, 67 seconds, lane 2, 89, 70, and 46. We want to search how long the runner ran, and then we just enter the number of lane you want to show times 10, just like what I said before this. I want to search for number for lane 2, so I just put into 2, and then it will show the how long runner 2 has been running. So actually the program tell us that lane number 2 has been set to 89 seconds. So that's all from me. Thank you.